When I was 8 years old, I was made fun of for asking the question, why can't girls like Spider-Man? At the age of 11, I had a teacher remark at one of my friends saying she threw like a girl. Just last year, when I was in grade 8 and I was running for student council president, I had so many people come up to me and tell me that it was useless that I was trying out, because my male opponent was definitely going to beat me. As surely no one would vote for me because I was a girl. But you know what? I did get plenty of votes, and I was elected as student council president. And as happy as that made me, I was still upset over the fact that people thought I couldn't do it just because I was a girl. Why am I being judged based on my gender rather than my capabilities? The need for feminism is something that has been around for quite some time. Now I know some of you guys might be sitting down and thinking, oh no, she's a feminist. And yeah, you know what? I am a feminist. And it's not something that I'm ashamed of. It's something that I'm proud of. Being a feminist does not mean that you hate all men and think that women are better than men. Being a feminist means that you believe that all genders are equal to one another. And yeah, you know what? It's 2019 and we live in Canada. And as lucky as we are to be living in such an amazing country where sexism isn't as bad as it is elsewhere in the world, the need for feminism is still very needed. Feminism is still vital as only 26% of our MPs are females, and because we have only had one female prime minister. It is still needed because you playing like a girl is an insult, and telling someone to man up is used as a word of encouragement. We still need feminism because more than 120 countries don't have any laws against marital rape. Because 4.2 million girls are married too early annually. It is still needed because women in developing countries have to risk their lives just to get an equal education. Because worldwide, we still don't have equal rights as men. Despite feminism having such a bad image in the media, it is still important. Because as I mentioned before, a feminist is just someone that believes that all genders are equal to one another. And as the legendary activist and actress Emma Watson once said, how can we affect change in the world when only half of it is invited or feel welcome to participate in the conversation? We live in a patriarchal society, and this can only be changed when we stop giving into that system and start believing that we're equal and support one another's rights and freedom. Thank you.
Shocked, but I couldn't just sit there because the shooter was really close to me, so I had to think quick. I made my parents drop to the ground as far as possible away from him. At this moment, after my parents, when I was a girl, my father was holding me and my mother, who was holding us tight, but we were helpless. I have never seen my parents that scared, sad, or shocked before, but I didn't lose hope. I had the mindset that I'm going to see the sun rise one more time, and if it was my last time, I told my parents that I loved them. Because if they were my last words, I would want them to be meaningful. Seconds later, while I was on the ground, I hear 2 more shots, which felt like they landed right next to me. But when the shooter leaves and the survivors get up, that's when I realized I was shot. I look down and I see a bullet drop from my wound on the ground. My parents were shocked, but I stayed calm and I kept telling my mother that everything's going to be alright. My father was looking for help while I got in cover and had a firefighter and stop the blood from my wound. Half an hour later, the ambulance came. Thanks to God or something really powerful out there, the 2 shots didn't do any serious damage at all, and I can still do the things that I love, and I can walk perfectly fine. But one thing I will always remember was 3 little kids playing around, having fun, and running around like nothing worried them in life. Those good times were the only thing you really worried about was what snack you're going to grab when your favorite show comes on. But jokes aside, the next thing you know, those kids lost their lives. Another thing that stayed with me was when I got up and looked back, it looked like chaos. From a peaceful night, it turned into something horrible. The world as I knew it had changed. But no matter how hard things can get, no matter if the whole world is against you, no matter if all the odds are against you, no matter if you get knocked down really hard by life, you should never, never lose hope. Because even in moments where you feel helpless and can't do anything, there's still one more thing to do. And that is to try to stay positive. Because you see, when I was on the ground, I wasn't thinking that I'm going to die. I was thinking I'm going to see the sun rise one more time. And I'm going to be standing right here talking to you guys. So again, think about the bullet that burst through my body as all the struggles we go through. But instead of focusing on the pain, we focus on the healing. Instead of focusing on the negatives, focus on the positives. Instead of focusing on all the struggles we go through, focus on how good life is, how much of a blessing it is waking up in the morning. Waking up in the morning next to the people you love, your family, your friends. Life is short and you never know when it's going to end, so live it to the fullest. Spend time with yourself, find yourself, love yourself. Do the things you want to do in love, find your passions, what motivates you. And don't let fear or failure hold you back. Because life is like a bow and arrow. In order to go far, you have to go back first. So the more the struggles, the more the pain, the more the experience of life will pull you back. It's going to break you and beat you down, but you have to accept that and let that go in order to go the furthest possible. Because there will be a point in your life when you're going to go through life-changing experiences. You may have lost a loved one or someone really important in your life, or people will not be nice to you, especially when you step into the real world, but you have to be confident and stand your ground, and don't let them take you down, because you're an amazing person. Or when you go to McDonald's and you ask for a McFlurry and the machine's always broken. Okay, maybe not the last one, but you get the point. The more you experience, the further you go. The more the struggle is the very person you become every day. Just because we hit rock bottom in our life doesn't mean that we have to stay down there. Life is not going to be fair, but it also doesn't mean that you don't have the power to take control over your own life. It's your life, so get out there and get the most out of it. Don't let anything hold you back. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Today I'll be telling you a secret of mine. It's something I've confided for a very long time. It's the truth about me. As of late, I've been constantly hearing my friends putting themselves down, telling me how they're just not good enough. One friend in particular, my oldest friend, tells me all the time how he's smart or how he's attractive, and it breaks my heart to hear that. But you know what? I just don't agree with it. My friends, my wonderful friends, are the kindest, the smartest, the most amazing people I know. And it's no secret that I'm jealous of all of them. I don't understand why they take the chance to degrade themselves. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't the same, because I am just as guilty of it. This image that my friends have of me, I find it difficult to believe. The image of this kind, caring, and intelligent individual, as much as I loved hearing it, I couldn't accept it. I see myself as clumsy and unattractive to the point where I feel like I am a burden. But their words, they struck something inside of me. If my friends could see this potential in me, why couldn't I? Why couldn't I? In today's society, we're raised with a mentality that there's always room for self-improvement and to be humble. However, we've reached a point where we're constantly putting ourselves down, so we're unable and unwilling to recognize our own strengths. This leads to an extremely low self-esteem when it's based on our own thoughts. These thoughts then lead to an accurate evaluation of our own self-worth. I remember at one point in my life, every morning when I'd wake up, I'd look at myself in the bathroom mirror. I despised what I was looking at. I despised myself. And all I could think about was crying, breaking down on the bathroom floor, on my knees, begging for help. Because I was never good enough. Because I was unable to fulfill anyone's expectations. And eventually, I was sick of it. I grew tired, was hurt, was exhausted. And I thought to myself, how could I change? How could I build my self-esteem? The way we perceive ourselves is important, and the road to self-discovery is no easy task. I am not the only one here struggling with this today. Boys, girls, teens, and even adults find it difficult to overcome this obstacle. But there is hope. Together, we can overcome this obstacle. Today, I will be giving you some steps in order to build your self-esteem and find some confidence. These steps, They have worked for me and many others that I have spoken to. First, spend time with the people you love. Going back to my friends, my wonderful friends, to this day, they have continued to support and love me no matter what, through my highs and my lows, when I'm feeling good about myself, when I'm feeling down. I know I can always count on them because they have my back and they love me for who I am on the inside. Find people like them. Find people like my friends. Because you tend to believe people you love and what they say about you, because they have your best interests at heart. Second, place negative thoughts with a positive attitude. It is unhealthy to be constantly putting yourself down. We all have strengths. We are all good at something here. Focus on the pros, not the cons. Third, I cannot stress this one enough, accept compliments. You don't have to be humble all the time. You don't have to change the conversation topic every time you receive a compliment. It is okay to admit you're good at something. It is okay to look the well-wisher in the eye and say these two simple words: thank you. Finally, it is important that we recognize that we are not perfect, and that is perfectly acceptable. Each and every one of you here today possesses hidden value and is important to someone in their lives. Today, I challenge all of you to become the best version of yourself that you can be. Slowly learn to accept yourself and change for the better. I'll go first. My name is Narththanaan, and I'm a 16-year-old grade 11 student here at Satec. This image that my friends have of me, I am that kind, caring, and intelligent individual, and they know that I would do anything for the people I care about. And do you want to know the truth about me? The truth is that I have grown tremendously as a person. I know I still have room to improve, but I am incredibly happy because I have gone from that shy and timid kid in grade 9 who always had his head on his desk, and now look at me. I am on this stage right here. I've gone and become a confident and charismatic leader. Today, I am doing something that I thought was impossible. I am presenting something that is so important to me from the bottom of my heart. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for listening to my presentation. Thank you.